Hi, Podcast Pete here, and this is for the person that wants to grow and scale their business, their nonprofit, or if you're trapped in a company and you want to get into entrepreneurship, there's skills to learn. So, this is for our growth and strategy and scaling people. So, I want to talk to you. You have that burning desire. You've heard that growing and scaling is easier because there's a book out. 2x, 10x is easier than 2x. Dan Sullivan and Dr. Benjamin Hardy. The road less traveled. There's a lot out to support the concept. So why not grow? You only go around once. Go for it. I did it. I had a stroke, had to start over, lost the left side. Did it matter? No. You just have to take what you got and go for it. But you have to invest in yourself. You have to hire a coach. I did. And it made the world of difference. And hiring a certified coach even is better because there's a proven strategy, proven framework, proven that it works. 20 years of working. But I want to give you this analogy. Mount Everest. We all have heard of the people that climb Mount Everest, but you ever figured out how they do it? Well, they train. They get a guide to go up the mountain. Do they do it straight up the mountain? No. They do it in stages. We call it base camps. And here's the concept. You get the best guide you can. You get your team together because you're not going to do it alone. You're going to do it as a community, as we do it as a community. And you're going to make big steps, small steps in a big way. And your first major goal is base camp number 1. So you want 5 moves to get to base camp number 1. Simplify your journey. Have a guide. That's what a guide will do for you. Help you. Be as a group, encourage each other, push each other, challenge each other. That's what a guide will do, right by your side every step of the way. You're never alone in this journey. And when you do that, and you make it to the first boot camp, base camp, well then, let's say the weather changes. You reset. You have to gather everything and go, now, our next goal, we're going to make our next 5 moves, and we're going to go up to base camp number 2. And when we do that, let's say the weather changed. So the guide's going to say, okay, team, we're going up the west side of the mountain. The wind has shifted, the snow's there. Our best chances are up the west side. So that's a guide saying that. And I want to go back to the guide thing. When you're hiring somebody, you don't say, hey, I want to go up Mount Everest, but give me your third best guide. I don't need your best. I need the third best. Well, that's not a strategy that you want to embrace. You want the best because you only go around once. You're not going to always try to scale Mount Everest. Maybe there are some people that do that, but you know your best chances are with the best guide, with the best strategy, implementing it for you. And when you do that, you're making your 5 moves to base camp number 2. The wind, the weather changes again. Now you're going to go up the east side because the guide knows that's the best way to make it to the top. Are you going straight up the mountain? No. You're going to each base camp, assessing, encouraging, monitoring, resetting, all these things that you do. And then we're going to do it tomorrow morning. We're not going up right away. Darkness is hitting. Again, the guide is giving the best chances for you to make it. So the guide's telling you, because they've done it numerous times, hundreds of times, whatever the guide's credentials are, because you hire. And that's what you have to ask. Does this coach know today? Does this coach know AI? Does this coach know the digital landscape? Those are the questions you ask your coach because you want the best for the current situation. Now, if that coach is familiar with 20 years ago, the world has changed. So that coach is going to coach you based on what they know 20 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago. So when you hire a coach, ask the questions. Are you familiar with AI? Are you familiar with the digital footprint? Are those things in your toolbox? And if they are, you're in good shape, but you got to ask the questions. So the next step is get on base cap number 2. And it's, again, big moves and small moves in a big way. Because that coach, that mentor, that guide is your person that's going to push you, going to stretch you, is going to challenge you, is going to motivate you, is going to do everything that person can to get you to base camp number 2. And as a community, because we believe in community, that's why we publish a magazine. That's why we train you as a community. So you know each other. You develop a relationship with each other. When you do that, your chances of succeeding go way up. Can't do it alone. There's no self-made millionaire. That's a myth. It's a community-based pushing. And that's why a guide is so important. I've never heard of a person, maybe the person it happened, I've never heard it, that have scaled and have gone up Mount Everest by themselves. It's always as a community, as a team, and they hire the best coach that has done it. And you have to think that way in business. Get somebody that knows the digital landscape. Get somebody that knows AI. And in our ecosystem, those are all part of growing and scaling your business. Then when you get, I'll give you one, when you look at this landscape, where are you going to go here? At the top is Mount Everest. So you're going to the top. Oops, there we go. It shrunk there a little bit, but that's okay. And I want to go and talk to you very personal about purpose, because I think it's been kind of jacked up. Purpose is not just this one thing. This is my purpose in life. Your purpose in life changes, and your purpose in life is every single day. Your purpose is to show up intentionally. That meeting, have a purpose, have an outcome. And if you live that your day, every day, like it's your last, because one day you're going to be right. It is going to be your last. Nobody escapes this journey alive. We all pass. So go for it. Go for it. Every day, consider it your last, and you're going to give it your best that day. Have that mindset every single day. That way you're on purpose, you're intentional, you're being challenged. You're doing things that make a difference. When you do that, your life is better. It's fuller. You're more happy. You're more proud of what you do. You just appreciate everything around you when you live with that kind of mindset. So, many purposes. Get a guide, have a plan, have a strategy. And if you want to get our masterclass, well, I'm going to give it to you for free. See if I can get it here. I know I have it. I got to move this thing around. Hold on here. Okay, let's take our assessment. But there is one thing I want to make sure you get access to. Take the assessment, go to PeteKane.me, And no, maybe I deleted it. But if you take pkane.me/masterclass, pkane.me/masterclass, that's my gift to you, to be able to give you everything you need to scale and grow your business. Thank you so much. Share this with somebody you know that wants to grow and scale their business, whether it's a nonprofit, whether it's an entrepreneur that all of a sudden it's shifted and that person wants to grow and scale, or if it's somebody that wants freedom from their 9 to 5, they're looking for a new challenge. They've retired, or they're just looking to grow rapidly, and they're not getting the fulfillment where they are, then this would be for you too. Again, I'm Pete Kane. It's a pleasure to be with you.